at the very least, and made her look like she was like, age appropriate for the role. Anyway, she had a very long and lengthy career. Wouldn't think it would be now because she died at 47, but when you started at age like 5 and you go to age 47, that's pretty a long career. Anyway, after MGM dropped her and shit, she kept going with other things, like she had a residency in Las Vegas. She played at the Hollywood Bowl, a lot of sold out shows. She got an Academy, a Grammy Award for her Carnegie Hall, show in 1961. So she wasn't just like sitting on her ass, doing nothing, But then one day in 1969, her fifth husband, that's right, her fifth husband and second husband, just in that year alone, she had gotten a divorce from her fourth husband and then married her fifth husband, Mickey Deans. He found her in the toilet. Well, not in the toilet, but on the toilet, slumped over, and apparently she had an overdose of barbiturates. There were 25 missing from one bottle, and 100 that were still intact in another bottle. It seemed like she had done this over time and not just, took them all once. But anyway, she had died on the toilet. And you ever hear about her, ruby red slippers selling for, average of $32 million at the auction? Well, also her dress sold for, I think, almost $1.2 million. And even that hourglass thing, that's referenced in the movie, that sold and was sold for almost $500,000. Imagine how much your deuce would have been sold if that was on auction. I mean, because she probably had some bowel movements. Think about it, you OD. I've OD'd twice, over here. And some stuff was expelled out of my ass, my dick, and my mouth, and my penis. It wasn't a whole lot of stuff that was expelled, but still, nonetheless, it was expelled. And I think mine could have been worth some, maybe like $10 or some shit. So, Judy Garland, who knows how much hers it is. Somewhere over the rainbow, somebody wanted that shit. Tell you what, we got one more episode to go for famous people who died in the bathroom, and then we'll get back to the fourth and final season of, My Dad's a Piece of Shit, all right? So let's go ahead, say goodbye, and give it up to Julie Garland and her big fat deuce. Dad's a piece of shit. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. And now he found Judy Garland's deuce in the toilet, and that's probably what killed her, not the overdose.